everybody, it's Lorraine from Pregnancy Exercise. Welcome to this week's live lockdown event, and today's short event session is going to be about preparing your pelvic floor muscles for impact training postpartum. So that can be running, CrossFit, F45, high intensity interval training, stir training for any impact postpartum. So I'll try with these, I'll try and just be on for around about 10 to 15 minutes. Any questions that you have, please put down in the comments. That would be great. Okay, so preparing your pelvic floor muscles. What do we need to do for impact training postpartum? First of all, depending on the type of birth we have, will often depend on the steps we take postpartum in looking after and strengthening our pelvic floor muscles, okay? So we need pelvic floor muscles that are gonna help with the intensity, that are gonna be able to contract and relax when we need it. We don't want pelvic floor muscles that are not gonna give at all, okay? So that's where we're looking at those hypertonic muscles, which can often lead to pelvic pain postpartum as well. So it's really good to get assessed by a woman's... Can you hear the kids arguing? Honestly, they're very, very distracting. Okay, so we need pelvic floor muscles. Like we said, it's great to get assessed postpartum so we know exactly where we are by a woman's health physio. Now, in the Birth to Fit Mum program, everything is covered. We include your program for improving your pelvic floor muscles in preparation to run and high intensity impact. Because what often women do is just do the basic exercises, which we all know, you know, your core activations, your pelvic floor activations, and then go out running or then go to an impact class and wonder why they start to leak or feel heaviness. And it's because we've not trained the muscles specifically. And that's where we get the problems, okay? So if we're only loading the pelvic floor muscles in non-impact exercise, how can we get them ready for impact exercise? So I'm gonna show you a couple of exercises today, which are in the Birth to Fit Mum program, on how we start to progress and go up from that jump. So ideally, what we do postnatal, as soon as we've had baby, depending on the type of birth, we start with our pelvic floor activation, so I'll contract and relax. Then we add transverse, then we put them together, then we start with the functional exercise and start to build up. So once we've got that improved function and core strength, our diastasis is healing and that's functional, we are ready to take the pelvic floors up to that next level, okay? So this is the exercises I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you a couple of exercises that you can put into your training. Now, we need the pelvic floor muscles to be able to contract on that type of impact. We also need the glutes to be active as well. Remember, the glutes are your pelvic floor muscles' best friend, but we don't just need them to contract there, we need them to contract out. And that's often a place where women can leak when they start to do this kind of exercise and activity and impact without doing specific exercises. So that, what I've just showed you, this is a great exercise to start to put into your warm-up of a front loaded hop, okay? Absolutely perfect exercise for runners. And can you see the form and the technique? So what we do is we breathe in, exhale, think pelvic floor there as we land, and we don't want to see this happen. So I normally say we go, there we go, 1. So can you see the move? 2, pelvic floors, good. So around about 8 to 10 of those on each leg, staying nice and stable, thinking about that contraction. Now please, this is really different if you've got hypertonic pelvic floors. If you've got pelvic floor muscles that are too tight, we go a different way for you guys. And I will, if any of you have got hypertonic pelvic floors, ask me in the comments, because I can go through the steps and the breathing patterns, what you need to think about when you're doing this type of exercise. Now, once you've got that control on the floor, using a step box or stir, we're going to start to take that impact up now. So you're landing on top of something. So there we go. So you can start to add on there. Also, we need to cover the side impact. So great again, use your stir and you're going to get ready and you jump on top and down. So we're starting to get frontal control. Woo, that wasn't very good, was it? Frontal control, side control. Very different. So here, contract, relax. Contract, and we can also contract there and there. So we're getting a double loading on each side, but the loading is different. So we're really starting to get into specifically preparing the pelvic floors for sideways motion, for taking it out, for backwards and forward jumps. So really starting off at that basic. Now, another exercise what I'll show you to get us ready for jumps, we do box jumps a lot, skipping, and to start to prepare your pelvic floor muscles for that loading, starting off on quite a low box. You can build it up to your bottom stir, and then you can start to use your couch. The best way to do it first is to start with a breathe in, exhale, and then step down. So we only jump on the up and we step down. Now you've got to think, exhale and contract there and drop down. Once you've done that for a couple of weeks, again, you can add these reps and sets in, then you can start with your double loading jumps and just on a low platform at first, all right? Then you can start to build it up. So there's a couple of exercises what you guys can start to put in to really help and specifically start to improve at any stage of your postpartum journey. And hey, look, any of us going into perimenopause, so important to do these type of exercises because it's impact exercise. It's really good functional strength. It helps improve our bone strength as well as improving our pelvic floor muscle function. All of this, everything's included in the Birth to Fit Mum program, which you can get a discount on at the moment if you use the coupon code LOCKDOWN. And please, you're welcome to share that with your friends and family. So please, guys, any questions, let me know. Thanks for listening in today. I'm just trying to think what tomorrow's session is. We've got our live workouts every morning at the moment at 10 a.m. New Zealand time. Tomorrow is a cardio options for pre and postnatal. There you can work as hard as you want, and I just can't remember off the top of my head what tomorrow's event is. All right, everybody, take care. Thanks for joining. Visit the website pregnancyexercise.co.nz. Any questions about today's session or anything else, please put them down in the comments. Bye, everybody.